Have you ever met someone who seemed different in a way you couldn't explain? Not louder, not richer, not even more confident, but somehow sharper, like their mind was operating on a completely different frequency. They notice patterns faster. They stay calm when everyone else panics. They understand people without trying too hard. And the strangest part, most of them don't even look like geniuses. They don't walk around bragging about how smart they are. In fact, the people with the highest IQs often hide in plain sight. But if you observe closely, they almost always share a few unusual habits. Habits that separate them from the average mind. Today we're diving into 6 of those habits. And trust me, some of these will completely change the way you see intelligence. Because high IQ is not just about solving math equations or memorizing facts. Real intelligence shows itself in behavior, in choices, in routines, in the tiny things people do every single day without realizing it. And by the end of this video, you might recognize some of these habits in yourself, or realize why certain people always seem 5 steps ahead of everyone else. Let's begin. Habit number 1. They spend a lot of time alone. One of the most misunderstood habits of highly intelligent people is their love for solitude. Most people think being alone means loneliness. But for people with high IQs, being alone is often where their mind works best. While the average person constantly seeks stimulation, noise, conversation, scrolling, validation, and endless entertainment, highly intelligent individuals tend to protect their mental space. Solitude gives them room to think deeply, analyze situations, replay conversations, imagine possibilities, and connect ideas most people would never notice. Their brain is almost always active in the background, even when they appear quiet on the outside. And this is important because intelligence often grows in silence. The modern world is built to distract you every second. Notifications, messages, videos, trends, drama. But high IQ individuals subconsciously understand that constant stimulation weakens focus, so they disconnect more often than others. They may disappear for days, ignore social events, stay quiet in group settings, or spend hours alone working on something nobody else understands. And people often mistake this behavior for arrogance or antisocial behavior. But the truth is, their brain simply values depth over noise. They would rather spend 2 hours thinking deeply about one idea than spend the same 2 hours engaging in meaningless small talk. Many geniuses throughout history had this exact habit. They isolated themselves to think, to create, to process the world internally. And even psychologically, studies show that highly intelligent people actually experience less satisfaction from excessive socializing compared to average individuals. Not because they hate people, but because their brain craves mental stimulation more than constant interaction. They recharge through thinking, not through crowds. That's why some of the smartest people you know may seem distant, mysterious, or difficult to read. Their inner world is simply louder than the outside world. Habit number 2. They constantly question everything. Highly intelligent people rarely accept information at face value. Their brain naturally challenges ideas, systems, traditions, and even their own beliefs. While most people are comfortable following what everyone else says, people with high IQs have a deep need to understand why things are the way they are. And this habit often starts very early in life. These are the children who ask too many questions. The ones teachers sometimes find difficult because they don't blindly obey instructions without understanding the logic behind them. As adults, this habit becomes even stronger. They question authority. They question social norms. They question popular opinions. They question media narratives. And most importantly, they question themselves. Because real intelligence is not blind confidence. It's curiosity mixed with skepticism. Highly intelligent people understand that humans are emotional creatures who are easily manipulated by fear, trends, and group thinking. So instead of immediately accepting information, they analyze it from different angles. They look for contradictions. They notice hidden motives. They ask themselves, does this actually make sense? This is why high IQ individuals often seem rebellious or unconventional. Society rewards conformity. Intelligent minds naturally resist it. And sometimes this creates conflict because people don't like having their beliefs challenged. But intelligent individuals are less interested in comfort and more interested in truth. Even when the truth is uncomfortable, they would rather be accurate than accepted. And here's the dangerous part. This habit makes them very difficult to manipulate. Advertising tricks, emotional pressure, fake social validation, and group hysteria affect them less because they automatically pause and analyze before reacting emotionally. Their brain constantly searches for deeper meaning beneath surface appearances. That's why many intelligent people end up thinking differently from the majority. Not because they are trying to be different, but because they refuse to stop asking questions. Habit number 3, they observe more than they speak. One thing you'll notice about highly intelligent people is that they are usually incredible observers. They pay attention to details other people completely miss. Tone of voice, facial expressions, word choices, energy shifts, patterns in behavior. Most people are too busy trying to be heard. Intelligent people are often busy trying to understand. This is why many high IQ individuals speak less in group conversations, not because they have nothing to say, but because they are gathering information. They understand something most people never realize. The person who talks the most usually learns the least. Observation gives them an advantage, because human beings constantly reveal themselves without noticing. Intelligent people notice inconsistencies between words and actions. They detect insecurity hidden behind confidence. They see manipulation hidden behind kindness. They can often predict how situations will unfold, simply because they observe patterns carefully. And over time, this makes them seem almost psychic to others. But it's not magic, it's pattern recognition. Their brain processes subtle information faster and more deeply than average. Another reason intelligent people speak less is because they understand the value of precision. Most people speak impulsively. High IQ individuals tend to think before speaking because they know words have consequences. They choose their words carefully. Sometimes they pause for longer than normal before answering questions. And in today's fast-paced world, silence makes people uncomfortable. So quiet, intelligent individuals are often underestimated at first, until they finally speak. And suddenly everyone in the room pays attention. Because when they do talk, their words usually carry depth, logic, or insight that cuts through surface-level conversation. Silence is not weakness to them. Silence is data collection. Habit number 4. They get easily bored by shallow conversations. Have you ever noticed how some people completely lose interest when conversations become repetitive, fake, or superficial? That's another common trait of highly intelligent individuals. Their brain constantly craves stimulation, complexity, novelty, and depth. Small talk drains them because it feels mentally empty. Conversations about gossip, trends, celebrity drama, or fake social performances often feel exhausting to them, and this can make intelligent people appear detached or uninterested in social settings. But the reality is different. Their mind simply operates at a depth that makes surface-level interaction feel unsatisfying. They would rather discuss psychology, philosophy, human behavior, science, business, creativity, the future, or deep emotional experiences than spend hours discussing meaningless distractions. And because of this, many intelligent people struggle to feel truly understood. They often feel isolated in conversations because they think differently from the people around them. Their brain naturally searches for substance, meaning, complexity, connection between ideas. This is also why intelligent people may suddenly become extremely animated when the topic becomes intellectually stimulating. Someone who seemed quiet 5 minutes ago can suddenly speak passionately for an hour when discussing something that genuinely interests them, because now their brain is engaged. And there's another side to this habit that most people don't realize. Highly intelligent people are often mentally exhausted from constantly filtering conversations. They notice logical flaws, contradictions, emotional manipulation, and fake behavior so often that everyday interactions can become tiring. Imagine constantly seeing beneath the surface, while everyone else focuses only on appearances. Over time, that creates mental fatigue. So many intelligent individuals intentionally limit who they spend time with. Not out of arrogance, but because meaningful conversations are rare. They value quality over quantity when it comes to relationships, friendships, and social interaction. Habit number 5. They overthink almost everything. One of the hidden curses of high intelligence is overthinking. People with high IQs often live inside their own minds far more than the average person. Their brain doesn't simply look at a situation once and move on. It dissects it from every possible angle. One conversation can replay in their head for hours. One decision can trigger dozens of imagined outcomes. One small detail can lead to an entire chain reaction of thoughts, and while this ability gives them extraordinary analytical power, it also creates mental exhaustion that most people never see. Highly intelligent individuals tend to simulate scenarios constantly. They think about consequences before they happen. They imagine future risks. They predict human reactions. They connect dots that others don't even notice exist. This is why many intelligent people appear calm externally, while internally their mind is moving at extreme speed. Their brain is rarely silent. Even during rest, their thoughts continue working in the background, and this constant mental activity often leads to anxiety, insomnia, or difficulty relaxing. Because intelligence increases awareness, and awareness can become heavy. The more you understand about human nature, manipulation, failure, loss, or uncertainty, the harder it becomes to live carelessly. This is why many highly intelligent people struggle with peace of mind. Their brain refuses to stop analyzing reality. But at the same time, this habit is also what allows them to solve complex problems better than others. While most people react emotionally and impulsively, intelligent individuals mentally map situations before acting. They play chess while others play checkers. And although overthinking can sometimes trap them in indecision, it also protects them from making reckless choices. They see possibilities others miss. They anticipate outcomes earlier. They recognize danger faster. So while the world often glorifies carefree confidence, highly intelligent people know that thinking deeply is both their greatest weapon and their greatest burden. Habit number 6, and they are obsessed with learning. Highly intelligent people almost never stop learning. Even outside of school degrees or formal education, they constantly feed their mind with new information. And the reason is simple. Curiosity becomes addictive when your brain is wired for deep thinking. Most people learn only when they are forced to. Intelligent individuals learn because they genuinely enjoy understanding the world. They read randomly about psychology one day, astrophysics the next day, ancient history the next, then suddenly become obsessed with human behavior, business, philosophy, or technology. Their interests often seem scattered because their mind constantly searches for connections between different fields of knowledge. And this creates something powerful. The more knowledge they accumulate across different subjects, the easier it becomes for them to recognize patterns other people miss. They begin connecting ideas from completely unrelated areas. A lesson from biology might help them understand business. A philosophy concept might help them understand relationships. A history lesson might help them predict modern society. Their intelligence becomes multidimensional because they train their brain to think beyond one narrow perspective. And here's something important. Highly intelligent people are usually aware of how much they still don't know. This is why truly smart people often appear humble compared to people with average knowledge. The more you learn, the more you realize how massive reality actually is. Intelligent individuals understand that certainty can be dangerous, so they remain open-minded, curious, flexible, always evolving. And because of this, they adapt faster than most people when the world changes. They don't cling emotionally to outdated beliefs simply because those beliefs are comfortable. They update their understanding constantly as new information appears. In many ways, this endless hunger for knowledge is what truly separates high IQ individuals from everyone else. Their brain never stops expanding. But here's the part nobody talks about. Having a high IQ does not automatically guarantee success, happiness, or peace. In fact, many highly intelligent people struggle deeply in life. Some battle loneliness because they feel disconnected from others. Some become trapped in overthinking and anxiety. Some become cynical after seeing too much of the darker side of human nature. And some fail completely because intelligence without discipline means nothing. The world often assumes smart people have everything figured out. But intelligence is simply a tool. And like every tool, it can either build your life or destroy it. There are people with average intelligence who accomplish extraordinary things because they are disciplined, emotionally strong, socially skilled, and consistent. And there are geniuses who waste their potential completely. So if you recognized yourself in some of these habits, don't use it as an excuse to feel superior. Intelligence is not about ego. Some of the smartest people in history were also the most humble because they understood how little humans truly know. Real intelligence is not flexing knowledge to impress people. It's the ability to think clearly in a world full of confusion to remain curious instead of arrogant, to seek truth instead of validation, to understand before reacting. And honestly, one of the biggest signs of intelligence is the ability to change your mind when presented with better information. Most people are controlled by pride. Intelligent people are controlled by curiosity. Now here's something interesting. You probably noticed that none of these habits had anything to do with solving impossible math problems in your head or speaking like a human calculator. Because real intelligence in everyday life often looks very different from what movies portray. It shows up in awareness, in observation, in emotional control, in pattern recognition, in deep thinking, in the ability to learn quickly and adapt faster than others. Some highly intelligent people are loud, others are quiet. Some are successful, others are struggling. Intelligence comes in many forms. But these habits appear again and again among people whose minds operate at a higher level. And maybe the most important lesson here is this: your brain changes based on your habits. Intelligence is not completely fixed. The way you think every day shapes your mind over time. If you spend all day consuming mindless distraction, avoiding deep thought, following crowds blindly, and never challenging yourself mentally, your thinking becomes weaker. But if you practice curiosity, observation, focus, learning, reflection, and critical thinking, your mind sharpens over time. Your brain adapts to how you use it. That means intelligence is not just something you are born with. It's also something you build. So the real question is not whether you have a high IQ. The real question is, are your daily habits making you smarter or slowly making you weaker? Because every single day your mind is becoming something, and most people don't even realize it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, because the next video might completely change the way you see human behavior.